Him in the backfield. Pitch comes back to Lindhorst. Lindhorst around the end. Gets free from a couple of tackles and moves out to the 40-yard line. So he got about 11 yards on that run, and Mountain View is starting to rip it up on the ground. They love to wear you down like this.
Toros are really punishing the Jackrabbits right now, running people over. And watch what Lindhorst does. Tell you what, they didn't take any prisoners on that play.
He ran right over Bethea, and look at Jess Parker. Likes what he sees, and well, he should. His ball club leading by 5, and they appear to be in control right now. Second down. Pitch it back. Lindhorst looking for a block, and oh, what a great tackle. Brad Cardinal from the secondary up to Spillin on a fine defensive play. Third down coming up at about 11.
Toros run this option so well, waiting until the last minute to pitch it. And here comes Cardinale. Beat his man McKernan and was able to make the stop.
Well, you see them run that type of an option. When you think back of the year in '83 when they won the state championship with Kasperchek running that so well when the Toros went 14-0 en route to the state title. Third down. Kavanaugh throwing long for Mac Fitch, and it is out of bounds. But they back on coverage down inside the 25-yard line, so the Toros force the punt now on 4th down and long.
Good hang time on that pass.
Standage will come in, and he is set to punt on the way.
It did stay up there a long time, which certainly works to the defender's advantage, because even if he's beaten by a step or two, he has time to recover. That did not happen to be the case. Well, actually, it was open there for a moment.
But they back on the coverage against Mac Fitch, and now a timeout call by Mountain View.
That was an important series for the Jackrabbits. They stopped Mountain View, and now we'll get the ball back. Still some time to score, but even if they don't score and go into the locker room trailing by only 5 points, it could have been much worse.
2 safeties in this first half. Richardson, the quarterback, tackled in the end zone, and then a snap to the punter, Tom Duncan, over his head and out of the end zone.
You hate to make too much of it, but it really was 2 different Mountain View teams and 2 different Mesa teams when you look at what happened before the lights went out and what happened after.
Standage will kick, standing inside his own 30 to await the snap, and 3 men deep on the return for Mesa. Cardinal is back along with Craig Martin. And the other deep man back, Shane McCord. A good snap. And Standage gets the kick away. Coming up, it is fielded by Cardinal, and he's dropped right in his tracks at the 22. Down to make the stop, Darren Cower, the 6'1 senior. There he is. The Jackrabbits have it. They'll go to work 1st and 10. And let's see, they put it down, call it the 24.
Well, at least the Rabbits aren't operating out of the shadow of their own goalpost. They have some room in which to maneuver. And Richardson has shown that he can throw the football.
Mountain View been chewing it up on the ground pretty good, as you can see.
But all those Mesa yards passing were on one drive.
That's right. That touchdown drive which gave them the initial lead in this game. That's Salter in motion. And Richardson will throw out. And this is Orlando McKay, and he breaks a couple of tackles and gets out over the 35-yard line. That'll be good enough for a 1st down for Mesa.
Tell you what, that may have been a rushing play. It looked like that pass went backwards.
It sure did. It sent Salter in motion. And then a quick pass out to McKay. Watch it.
I think you can tell by, he caught that ball at the 20-yard line, and the line of scrimmage was the 23.
He got away from DeGracie and Redding, did McKay, before he was stopped. 1st down, Rabbits. And there's a man jumping, like Robert Jones, the big 250-pound junior tackle. Jumped the gun, and that's going to set the Rabbits back 5.
Well, one thing about this Mesa ball club, we talk about what a turnaround compared to last year. They didn't have a lot of people coming back from last year's club, and they really have a nice blend of juniors and seniors this year. They should be pretty good next year as well.
9 total penalties in this first half. Those ones against Mesa have really hurt. Only 2 offensive starters back for Mesa. from the team a year ago. So Rattay has turned a 1-9 team around to a 7-1 team. He's done it with mostly new faces. First down, Jackrabbits. Richardson on a keeper, nowhere to go. Spilled at about the 32 or 33-yard line. Colin Redding off the bottom of the pile, the linebacker. He's a good one. Redding had an 8-yard pass interception that he ran back for a touchdown against Marcus Deniza earlier in the year. And he's a good, tough football player. Second down coming up for the Jackrabbits. They have to get out to the 46-yard line, their own 46, which means they've got a good 13 to 14 yards to go for a first down. Sean Griffin and Orlando McKay split wide each side of the field. Milius also in there at a slot back position. And this time Chad Steffen comes in motion. Richardson, thought he wanted to run the option, kept it, cut it back inside, and Blakeman made the stop for Mountain View.
I don't think he wanted to run the option. It looked as if he had designs on keeping the ball and run it himself from the moment he took the snap.
He didn't get any yardage, so it's third down and long, and now some substitutions defensively for Mountain View as Jason Phillips comes onto the field.
They put a couple more defensive backs in there in an obvious passing situation.
DeGracie is in there. And also Glenn Klaus is in there. Mesa doing a lot of shifting. And Richardson on a keeper, and he's hit and stopped. Boy, that Mountain View defense is penetrating very quickly. And Richardson just doesn't have any time to do anything. So it's kicking time for Mesa. Minute and a half to go until halftime. And the way things have gone here in the first half, I would think if Mesa can get to the locker room only 5 points down, Jim Rattay feels maybe they'll be in good enough shape to regroup. They are lined around the fences out here at Mountain View on the Mesa side of the field. Kick is away. They kick it away from Mac Fitch. It takes a Mesa bounce inside the 30. Fitch picks it up at his own 27. Spinning, and is hit and dropped as he gets that over the 30 to about the 31. Penalty marker down. Back at the 35-yard line of Mesa.
And another flag maybe down at the Mountain View 40-yard line.
We'll see what the call is. That kick kept bouncing away from Fitch, who finally ran it down. But we may have to kick this one over again. We'll see. This would be the 10th penalty of the first half. I think it was the game we did earlier this year. I could be mistaken. Chandler and Mesa, we saw a rash of penalties in that football game.
I saw Mountain View play Dobson earlier in the year, and the Toros, at least early in the ball game, got themselves in some trouble with some major penalties.
Wonder who she's rooting for. Little Jackrabbit fan, looks like right there. Well, they're going to step this one off, and it's going against Mountain View.
And it's going to be
a first down. That's right. So that is a big penalty right there. So it's going to be with a little over a minute and 1 second to go until halftime. The ball is down at the 48-yard line. It is first down Mesa.
We couldn't hear what the call was. If I'm not mistaken, I believe the call was that Mountain View had too many men on the field.
Richardson, the throw, has time, going for Craig Martin. It is incomplete. McKernan, good coverage, coming over to break it up. Down at around the 25-yard line of the Toros. McKernan smelled that one out all the way. McKernan's a good one on defense.
This is a very difficult pass to complete with a fly pattern up the sideline.
Good coverage that time. Martin, a good receiver. Caught one earlier tonight. Here come the Jackrabbits. Second down from their own 48, trailing 11-6. Richardson has a man open and hits him. Martin knocked out of bounds at the 36-yard line. Darren DeGracie over to knock him down, but not before he gets a first down.
Good job by Richardson. Good job by the Jackrabbits. Getting back to the kind of thing that they have done so well all year long. And watch the offensive line. There's the key. 4 men rush. They all get picked up. Richardson has some time to set up and throw.
So Martin on the receiving end. He's now caught 17 on the year. McCord went out of the ball game. Milius in motion. Now he reverses. Richardson on a drop, going long, and it's underthrown. Down and around the 10-yard line.
Richardson was getting some pressure. The Toros brought 2 linebackers up on the line and rushed 6 men. And Richardson didn't have a lot of time to set up and throw. In fact, I think somebody got a hand on him just as he started to release the football.
Try to hit Orlando McKay and Dave Toon back on coverage for Mountain View. So it is second down, 33 seconds to go in the first half. Stay with us. Barry Sullenberger joins us at halftime for our halftime show as we discuss high school football around the valley. We wind down the final 2 weeks of the regular season, this weekend and next. And then the playoffs get underway on the 21st of November. Jackrabbits trying to get in position for at least a field goal before halftime. They've got a good kicker. Richardson's going to pump fake. Now he's going long, and it is incomplete. DeGracie back on defense that time, trying to hit Craig Martin. And Martin went down. So it'll be third down coming up.
Only 3 men rushing this time for Mountain View. So Richardson had some time. Well, I don't know where number 44 DeGracie was going for Mountain View, but he almost took himself right out of the play.
So again, some substitutions coming in. Mesa trying to keep this particular drive going with 27 seconds to go till halftime, and try and get at least in position to give Tom Duncan a shot at the field goal before halftime. So far on this year, his longest, Duncan, has been 34 yards. And that was in the win last week against McClintock. Penalty markers down. Too much time, maybe? Yes. It's not going to help. Remember earlier this year, we saw Quinn Rodriguez kick a 54-yard field goal on the final play of the first half in the game between Dobson and Corona.
You know, he was accredited, I don't know who determines the official yardage, but he was credited with a 55-yard field goal.